Welcome to ComEd Voices. My name is Rosa Trejo, and I'm here today with Marrietta Harrison. Hi, Marrietta.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us today to share with us your story. Let's start by talking about your background. Tell me a little bit about your family and where you grew up.
Well, my dad was in the military, in the Air Force, so a lot of my childhood was spent going from place to place. We lived in Spain, we lived in Nebraska. It was a lot of moving around.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about what life experiences shaped you.
I think the thing that sticks to mind the most is after college I moved to Los Angeles to be an actor. So I was working in PR and just quit my job and packed my car up, whatever I could fit in the car, and drove the whole day, the whole night to LA and worked on that goal. It was tough. Obviously didn't work out because I was sitting here, but it definitely played a huge part in who I am today and being very budget-wise and budget conscious.
What are you passionate about?
One of the areas that I'm the most passionate about is children. So it's so important for me to give back and to do something in the community. I've been working with Umoja Student Development for the past almost 3 years now, and they just help students, seniors primarily, with their plans post-high school. And a lot of times these are kids that didn't have parents to look up to, that went to high school or college, and it's just really getting them prepared to be an adult, getting them prepared for their post-education schoolwork. And I am so happy to be a part of the organization and help with volunteering and raising money for them. It's really important to who I am.
Getting into the ComEd journey, I think that's the connection that you have with ComEd. It's a huge piece. Can you tell us a little bit how it all started with you and ComEd?
So I've been working for ComEd for about 5.5 years, and I am in the communications department. I do employee communications here. I didn't start that way though. It's so funny, 7 years ago when I moved to Chicago, I applied for the communications role at ComEd and kept not having, it didn't go through, it didn't go the way I wanted, so I thought I'm gonna have to go about this a different way. So I started off as a CSR, part-time CSR, really focused on, who the customer is and what the customer wants, and really kind of developed that. And I think that was a huge, super learning experience and big gateway into coming into ComEd and understanding our purpose and providing that premier customer experience. And then I served in customer ops again through the customer projects side of it. I moved on to energy efficiency marketing, and I'm in communications now.
So tell us a little bit about what diversity and inclusion means to you.
To me, diversity and inclusion isn't just about your race or the color of your skin or your gender. I think to me, it means being able to be myself without fear of judgment or what someone's gonna think of me. Just being able to be comfortable in my skin and at all times, at all places, and not just for me, but for others.
What was the best advice that you've received?
The best advice that I've received would probably be not to stray away from a challenge. I once had a boss that I work for tell me, don't be afraid, don't be afraid to take the leap and to try something new. And I really have held tight to that the past 15 years and am really, I try to seize the day and try to go in with it to everything as a learning opportunity, and it's been working well for me so far.
And my last question to you is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Since I've had a child, I did have a little boy back in December.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. It's really changed the way I think about things. So in 10 years, I hope to see that I've raised a little boy who is balanced, who is inclusive, who is respectful, and who's turning into a great human being. I think the career stuff will all fall in place.
Well, Marrietta, thank you again for sharing your story with us today. And I also want to thank the National Museum of Mexican Arts for hosting.